Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Ink and Pen Adventures, the podcast. This is a mini-sode, I think that's a word, on some of the security features that are offered at American airports. And I say American because this podcast is based in the U.S., and that is what I know the best. So I'm going to share these with you in hopes that you can make your trip through security into the airport as easy as possible. So the three things we're going to talk about today are TSA PreCheck, Clear, and Global Entry. They are all different. They do work together in a lot of ways, but you don't need them all in order to expedite your travel. And if you are coming into the U.S., you would want to check on Global Entry. It isn't something for Americans going abroad. All right, let's start. Let's start with TSA PreCheck because that is my favorite and the one that I have now used for nearly 10 years. So TSA PreCheck is a program operated by the Transportation Security Administration in the U.S. and in the U.S. alone. It allows pre-approved travelers, known as known travelers, to go through security screening lanes at airports with expedited procedures such as keeping your shoes, your belt, and your light jackets on, and leaving your electronics and your compliant liquids in your carry-on bags. You do still need to do the 3-1-1, I think that's what it is, 3 ounces, 1 bag per person. No more than that in a quart bag. You still have to do that, but you can keep it in your bag. You don't have to take it out. And you don't often have to pull out your laptop, your Kindle, your tablet in order to get through security. Now, you still may have to if you pack everything too closely like we did a couple of times and they couldn't see through it. But for the most part, we don't have any problems. We get through TSA, honestly, in sometimes about 3.5 minutes. Compared to some of those lines can be an hour long, especially if you've ever been to Portland. That TSA line can get a little lengthy. It helps people. It's focused on. Sorry about that. It's focused on speeding it up, making it faster, making it more efficient. And you go to those TSA agents with a nice smile on your face and hand them over the documentation, which right now is a driver's license, boarding pass, one or the other. You don't have to do both anymore. It actually can go really, really fast. So it is right now, from what I just checked, there's 2 places you can go through it. And that's about $75, $85 a year. And often if you are an American Express Platinum or above, I think it is, you can get that reimbursed. If you pay for it on your American Express, it will get reimbursed. It's part of your American Express package. We have American Express with Delta, and that was where that was. So please check your cards. It may not be available on all American Express cards, but I know that some of them do it, and they give you back your fee. And that fee is good for 5 years. That's the best part about it. It is less than $100. Right now it is $78 through IDEMA, IDEMIA, TSA enrollment by IDEMIA, and Telos. And they're both run through the government. One is $78 and one is $85. And then your renewals are often cheaper than that. And it is, again, for 5 years. It's one of the best things we've ever done. We've told everybody about it. If only we could get, an affiliate partnership with them for as many people as we have encouraged to do TSA PreCheck. You don't have to worry about the TSA lines anymore. The longest we've ever had to wait was about 5 minutes before we got to the counter to check in. And then getting through TSA, the actual security portion takes a minute or two, depending on how much you have to pull out of your pockets. You do still have to take all your phones and stuff out because you still have to walk through a scanner. So that is TSA PreCheck. Highly, highly recommended. Clear is a privately operated program that's available at select airports in the U.S., and that is really important. It isn't everywhere. This uses biometric data, like a fingerprint or an iris scan, to verify your identity quickly and efficiently. You then can skip the standard security lines and go to the physical security process. And that includes skipping the TSA document check and physical screening. Clear complements TSA PreCheck really nicely because once you get inside the security, you still have to go through the security processes with your carry-on bag, shoes and stuff. If you have TSA PreCheck, you go to the TSA PreCheck line where you don't have to take any of that out of your bag, which means that you could walk into the clear line, get your identity checked, approved, sent through into the TSA PreCheck line, and on the other side within a matter of minutes. Clear is a yearly subscription, and right now it is $189, and this is February of 2024. So that could be worth it, especially if you travel a lot. If you want to really just come in, you're tired of 2 hours before, which I always still recommend, even though it makes me a little, I get a little annoyed with it, but it does help. If you are, though, running short on time, you're always running short on time, or you just simply travel a lot and you want to reduce your time in the airport, Clear, especially in conjunction with TSA PreCheck, can just make that happen a lot faster. You don't have to stand in those 20 to 30-minute security lines. Although rumor has it they are coming up and piloting at some of our airports here in the U.S. a new security feature, which means you don't actually have to take anything out of your bags. It might be like the one at Disney World. Talk about that one when I talk about the Disney World trip that we just took, where you don't really have to take anything out. It can scan what you need. You put your bag on the conveyor and you walk through, and you don't have to take the stuff out of your pockets anymore. I don't know where it is. I think it's only at 1 or 2 airports so far, and I don't have all of the details, so please do not quote me on that. So that's TSA PreCheck and Clear. Now, Global Entry is a program by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. This is designed for international travelers, so I do hope I have some international travelers listening to this that are coming to the U.S., where you can set it up so you have a pre-approved entry into the U.S. It is a process. You enter, you can use your automated kiosks at the participating airports to complete your customs I'm going to slow down. You can use the automated kiosks at participating airports to complete your customs declarations and biometric verification upon arrival, bypassing traditional immigration queues. So what this means is that you may not have to go to Customs or Border Protection, run through the immigration queues. You can simply do Global Entry because you have gone through the process for them to say you are a low-risk traveler. That's all that is. In addition, you can also receive TSA PreCheck eligibility on domestic flights. So when you come here and you're going to fly from New York to California, you could use TSA PreCheck if you are eligible for that on that domestic flight. It's primarily focused on facilitating international travel to and from the United States, offering benefits both for arrivals and departures. Now, I haven't tried this one, so I can't really speak to it. I believe it will help you on the other end if you are an American traveling to another country, but please do the research on that. I haven't checked it out yet. Like I said, we haven't traveled internationally in about 5 or 6 years now, and so we haven't had to check up on it. But if you do travel internationally, even once a year, it could make it easier, especially if you are from an international country coming to the U.S. So those are just 3 items that can make traveling a little bit easier. TSA PreCheck, U.S. airports only, Clear, and Global Entry. Now, I don't know if Clear is international, but I know they have partners with some airlines. I know they partner with Delta, and that can sometimes get you reduced costs or special benefits from using it. And maybe there's a trial period. You can try it out where it won't cost you anything and you get to use the benefits of it. So the other thing about Clear is that they also have partnered up with certain sports and event locations where if you have Clear and you have to go through a security screening checkpoint, your Clear would take you through that screening checkpoint super easily. And they also have a health pass. And I actually tried to do this, but I don't have the service and I didn't follow through on it when we were having to have our vaccination information available to us. They have a health pass as well. So it's not just travel. It is their primary focus, but it's about getting people into and out of their situations with ease. So that's it. TSA PreCheck and Clear and Global Entry. In the comments or leave me a message. Do you have any of these? Have you tried them out? Am I completely wrong on something? I hope not, but this is my experience with it. But if you've tried Global Entry or Clear, I would really love to hear about it because, of course, as we start to ramp up our travel again, I'm considering these things, and I think you should too. And again, like I said, I'm not a TSA PreCheck affiliate, but if I was, I probably would be able to pay for some of my travel all on my own for as many people as I have recommended, because it just takes the stress out of that part of the trip. And then I can get into the airport, get my water, go have my seat, or get my food, whatever I need to do, and I'm not rushed for time, because time can make me a little cranky. So with that, I will wish you a bon voyage, and I hope that you all are well and off on your next adventure. Thanks for listening, and we'll chat soon.